Okay, I think I'm on, is it day 19? This is the clue to the film that I've chosen today. It's a poem that one of the characters reads. I live alone within myself, like a hut within the woods. I keep my heart high upon the shelf, barren of other goods. I need another's arms to reach for it and place it where it belongs. I need another's touch and smile to fill my hut with songs. Okay, Sea of Love. This is a film that has so much energy. I saw it back in 1994. Bit naughty. It was the week between, I think, my first and second set of finals exams. When I did my degree, everything was assessed by exam at the end of my final year. So all the coursework that I did, all the essays that I wrote, all the referencing conventions that I got right really counted for nothing. It was all down to what I could achieve in a 3-hour exam. And I, it all kind of worked out in the end, but I remember being in those exams and thinking, oh my God, no, I've got 20 minutes to go, and yet this question is as equally weighted as the previous ones, and I spent over an hour on those, and oh, I'm going to fail. Anyway, so I watched Sea of Love, and I guess on an old black and white TV, and I have to say, it was so engaging, so enthralling. It's a good old-fashioned whodunit, but with a bit of a seedy sort of undercurrent. You've got Al Pacino, who's a cop who's going through a divorce. There are lots of this. All of these films seem to be following a certain pattern, don't they? And he tries to entrap the killer, who he realises has been putting the meeting men online. And in those days, this was 1989, in ads in newspapers with poems, and the killer seems to have dated these guys who've put these poems in, and they've subsequently died. Anyway, so the one I just read out there is the one that he uses, which his father had written to his late wife. Now, the best scene in the film is when you've got Al Pacino in the restaurant on these various dates with all the women who respond to the ad that he puts in, and he meets them sort of like 20 minutes apart. It would never work in real life, because if any of the women then arrive late for the meeting, the whole thing would be scuppered. Anyway, so he has all these dates, and he sits with them and tries to get them to drink the wine that he's bought them, so that he can do a fingerprint test. And what then happens is he meets Ellen Barkin, and they are smitten. This is sexual attraction, animal attraction, love at first sight. And he starts dating her. So he's dating the woman who is the prime suspect, and the only woman who doesn't give her prints. So he is the police detective in a really sordid relationship with a woman who may well be the killer, and he might be the next victim. I'll say no more, but wow, yeah. So for about 2 hours, I thought, do you know what? Even if I fail my degree, at least I'm hopefully not going to end up dead. But and it's the old song "Sea of Love." Come with me, oh my love, which is always then played when the killer strikes, and I'll leave it to you to guess whether that particular vinyl is in Ellen Barkin's character's record collection. So a film that it does more than simply give you a sort of whodunit thingy. What I think really works about Sea of Love is the way that it has a human element, and the relationships there really click, and that is the hook that takes you into the film. And then when you do find out who the killer is at the end, it kind of almost doesn't matter, because you've bought the characters, you've bought the milieu. Set in New York, but I think filmed in Canada, which was a cheaper place to film. But great film, Sea of Love, really worthy choice, and that's my choice for day 19.